time.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The following content contains adult language and humor that is not suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. The views and opinions expressed during the following video content are those of the individual and may not reflect those of others.
Pacific414 for Pop Talk is here. Sit back and relax, enjoy the conversation. We got Baron and Orman Tagge, Cashmoney007 and even Mike too. Pop culture, entertainment, news and reviews. Discussions are had, opinions made from the panel to the chat. Everyone is welcome here. Reactions, watch parties, and special guests. We like to have a good time. Pacific414 for Pop Talk is underway. Pull up a seat, we're inviting you to stay. Articles, collectibles, reviews.
Cash money's not here.
Bring the fun tonight. Now sit back, relax, enjoy the show.
Cash not here, man.
Like or comment below. We almost forgot to share out the show. Pacific414 for Pop Talk
Lost
is
in
one
the
of
hills,
a kind.
that
It's true. It's true.
I heard he knocked out some old lady looking for his scale.
Relax
That
and
poor
enjoy
lady.
the show.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome one and all to this Wednesday edition of Pacific414 Pop Talk for Wednesday. What's the date? Oh yeah, it's the 29th, ain't it, Baron? It's 29th of April. You know, we got
Right.
one more day after today of April. You floating head, you.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be one more day, and then we go into May. You know, we got the showers. Now we get the flowers. Right, Lady
Yeah.
Mist? Oi, glad that you're here.
Yes, it's always
Nice
great to
you.
see Lady Mist here. She's always here through thick and through thin, and I really do appreciate that.
And thin through thick? Oi.
Plus, her dragons are standing by saying, when can we eat them?
Mm.
Come on, give us a word. We'll eat those two.
Mm.
Sometimes three.
Yum. Yeah, something. Maybe that's what happened to Cash. Maybe he was eating, oi.
Maybe he ended up in the void. Maybe. But Lady
Ooh,
Mist
yeah.
won't tell us because, you know, she doesn't want us to mount a rescue attempt. And honestly, I'd just be like, have fun, Cash.
Yeah.
Treat the dragons well.
What will it be like when one of them, if whichever one he ate him poops him out? It's like, you know.
Woo! I don't want to be there for that site. But Baron, how are you doing today?
All right, doing pretty good. I just noticed that they said there's a frost warning advisory for areas. Like, come on, make up your mind. But yeah, doing good.
Mother Nature's bipolar. You know that.
Oh, I know that. But yeah, survived another session with the dominatrix at PT. Actually, a couple dominatrix, so they took turns on me. Not complaining.
Just hearing you say that, I'm trying to envision it in my head. I'm going, damn, you had fun.
Yeah, fun. You know, whips, chips, chains, and dip. You know, typical party. Yeah.
Yeah,
But it was,
I know why you're there for physical therapy. I know.
it's
But
the girls.
man, can a
girls.
guy just dream? Come on.
Yeah, you know,
Have a little
they're
fun
cute.
during a stream. We don't have to be all so uptight.
I am uptight.
No, seriously, we don't have to be so uptight, man.
Well, that's
Fun.
why Cash is in here. He's always uptight. It's like, you know what really grinds my gears? These people.
Well, Lady Mistress here, she doesn't grind my gears. We have
Oh, yeah.
discussions, and there are times where we agree, and then times we agree to disagree, and that's how it should be.
I don't agree with anybody.
Nah, I don't agree with you most of the time.
Yeah. You didn't vote for LaRouche, Lyndon LaRouche, so I'm mad at you.
Oh well, do that.
Hey, he's dead, but he did run from prison when he was still alive. You got to give him points for that.
But besides your dominatrix therapy session, how's everything going? How are you and the lawn suffering doing?
Oh yeah, I mean, since last we talked, we've been divorced, remarried, divorced. I think we're still remarried now. I could change, especially after the last broadcast when I was talking about Gina Carano. Yeah.
I'm surprised it didn't change permanently.
Yeah. No, we're all doing well.
I'm surprised
here.
I didn't get a message saying, Mike, Baron won't be on your show for the near future.
Forever.
If you want to know, I may or may not tell you. No, lawn suffering. I get the message.
Here's the map. X marks the spot if you want to go and dig them up for next show.
Yeah, but what if you turn into Jimmy Hoffa? we try to look for the spot and we can't find it.
Well,
hey, no, he's not here.
As long as it doesn't lead to a football stadium, you'll know that it's legit.
True. But anything else going on for you and the lawn suffering?
Yeah, we're just she's getting a lot of interviews in, so hopefully one of them will finally bite.
Yeah, I know how it is. It is like fishing. You cast out your line.
Mm-hmm.
You put your best bait on that hook, and you just wait for somebody to not just nibble, but actually bite, and you can reel them in, or they can reel you in.
Mm-hmm. Almost had it.
But yes, for tonight's edition of Pop Talk, we have a few stories that we're going to go over. A couple of them from Bounding in the Comics, and one of the first articles from Bounding in the Comics comes from Nicole Stewart, and she talks about Intel warning CPU prices could rise due to AI demand. It's very interesting lately with YouTube and their terms as far as AI and what you can and cannot do to be a part of the YouTube partner program. It's almost like, is it really worth even using any AI on your channel with how they're getting?
Well, that's why there's the other channels out there, so you never know.
Mm-hmm. And then we are going to talk about Beyond the Monsterverse. Toho's Chief Godzilla Officer teases a multiversal blueprint for Godzilla World. That's by J.B. Augustine, also of Bounding in the Comics. And of course, we have an article from He-Man.org. And the reason why it's from He-Man.org is because Rodger Sweet, one of the creators of Masters of the Universe, has passed away at the age of 91.
He had the power.
He did. He absolutely did. And someone else had the power too. And that was Gerry Conway, who passed away. He was the co-creator of The Punisher, Firestorm, not Firestar. And he also wrote a couple of episodes of the original Generation 1 Transformers cartoon. But first, we are going to get into that Intel warns CPU prices could rise article. So here we go. Go ahead,
How,
what you gonna say?
how am I going to get upgraded in the future?
I don't know, Baron. I don't know how's your floating head gonna remain floating. I don't know.
I don't know.
Again, this article is by Nicole Stewart of Bounding in the Comics. Let me just get this article out to all the chats because I hope
Looks
everybody
blasphemy.
on Blaze, Rumble, and YouTube are doing well on this Wednesday evening or Wednesday afternoon, or it could be Thursday morning, depending on where you live and where you are from.
Oh, hey. Yeah. You know, the article looks a little thin here. Like paper. Just thought I'd share that with you.
All right. But it says it looks like RAM prices aren't the only hardware increasing due to AI demands. In a recent earnings call, Intel warned CPU prices may rise as well, which will have drastic effects on the entire tech industry. I mean, how do we know these aren't just being artificially inflated and they're just using AI as the excuse, any excuse to make a buck? Sorry, I don't trust these companies and their tactics.
Yeah, they made me.
Analysts and tech companies are predicting the rise of hardware prices as AI data centers shift their focus from training AI to interface tasks. I'm sorry, inference task. Like I told you off stream, Baron, I didn't sleep well last night.
He didn't sleep at all last night. Because he was tossing and sorry.
But still got things done today. So, according to VGC, it says during the training process, machine learning models process a large amount of data to build knowledge, relying heavily on GPU processing power. However, in the inference phase, which means AI uses learned information to respond to prompts, AI requires more CPU power, especially for agentic AI that operates with minimal human interaction.
I like that. Limited human interaction. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah. According to Intel CFO David Zinzer, during the Q1 2026 earnings call reported by Tom's Hardware, Zinzer described the shift with ratios of CPUs to GPUs in data centers having moved from 1.8 to 1.4. He added that as workload continues to migrate to interface and agentic AI, the ratio will move towards 1.1. It says, as you think about the growth rate now going forward, its CPU demand going going to become a significant part of the AI. Gosh, I swear this article was written by AI.
Probably was.
We've seen a couple of articles before that we were pondering was this written by AI?
Well, yeah, and all the times we wondered about bounding in the comics. By the way, aren't they supposed to be dead?
That's what one source was saying. They're supposed to be dead, but looks like they're still alive and kicking. I mean, I don't know what really constitutes as dead as far as these news agencies are concerned.
I don't know. We were just kind of told that they were on their way out.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, prices are already increasing. Since March, CPU prices have jumped up 20%, while consumer CPUs, I'm sorry, have risen to about 5 to 10%. It is expected that another 8 to 10% increase will happen for consumer processors in the second half of 2026. Zinter confirmed that higher average selling prices contributed to quarter one results. As core count increases, we get the lift on the ASPs from that, and obviously is meaningful. And it says, so what does this mean for gaming? With the fear of Ramageddon, so that's the first I've ever heard anybody call it Ramageddon, but hey, associated with the scarcity driven price hike affecting the entire tech supply chain, it seems like we might see another price jump in consoles moving forward. We might see more price hikes for existing consoles, including the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series. Even though the consoles have been out for years, we've already seen price increases due to low supply of hardware. While we can't be sure what the true effect will be, for many, we have a good guess that it could mean longer waits on next gen consoles and substantial price increases. I mean, gosh, as they go up in price and PCs go up in price, who's going to be able to afford them? No, I'm serious. That's a serious
I know.
question.
It is a very serious question. It's like it. I just remember back not too long ago when, and I brought it up, I know before, but the touch screens that you use on your phones and such were in limited supply because of Apple with their beloved iPad, and prices were going up on that as well. Obviously, they fixed the issue because we have more, don't have to worry about that issue right now. I mean, this could be a totally feasible thing about all these processors because everybody's getting more and more involved in this. But, again, how much is gouging? Because of those that can afford it in these industries, because, Hollywood and other major tech groups are clamoring for these, as well as the government.
Yeah, they're using it. The government's using it, and us little peons have used it.
Right. And let's do that. Of course, if people can't get new computers and all that, and they decide to up everything where your computers are hard to work and you can't get upgrades, it limits your flow on the internet. So you limit your flow with getting information. I know, tin hat. You got to look at it, though. You got to look at it. It's just like the gas prices here. The gas prices should not be as high as they are, honestly.
No, not when we don't get our gas from that particular country, being Iran.
Right. We have our own we're using as well as from Venezuela, which was one of our main places, and we kind of slapped around a little bit. It's not Trump's fault. It's the ever living ticks on society, the speculators. And this is where you might be getting the same thing with these ships. Speculators. Oh, let's get things going on that with these companies, and we can see about getting some good return with our speculations. It's just like the run on the Cabbage Patch dolls, and people were buying these Cabbage Patch dolls,
Power Rangers
Babies.
when they came out, Transformers when they came out,
Right.
anything that was ever popular at one point. And there was a demand for it. Even cars. Remember when the new version of the Volkswagen Bug came out and everybody was saying they were having a hard time finding them? Well, I remember at that time there were 3 in my area that people had. Even the Thunderbirds that they brought out later.
My mom's got one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just they've always been a tick on society. I know of one major speculator who always comes out ahead, Nancy Pelosi, because the insider trading she does. But these are the things that really cause a lot of this to happen. So I wouldn't throw it out that there's a speculation that's doing it, because the demand is there. People are going nuts for this stuff, and the demand is incredibly high for AI at this time. And when you're sitting back saying about like Google and all that with YouTube, isn't Google involved with a lot of AI?
They use AI to monitor each and every channel. It's the AI system that won't even look at an appeal, and the channels that have been terminated or demonetized
So
have suffered because of AI.
So we will have all these stringent things about AI and ding you hard if you use it, even if it's not in malice or defaming somebody or even trying to impersonate somebody. But yet we'll use our flawed AI to flog you to death. Mighty hypocritical, Google.
It's not the first time Google's been hypocritical either, whether it was their previous boss or the current one.
Yeah.
Because the previous boss wouldn't let people mention COVID-19.
No. And then you had all these things popping up on Facebook and YouTube and all that. And now more about COVID. Well, it's like, why ban saying COVID-19? Because you had a lot of people out there trying to, for health reasons. I'm not talking about the anti-vaxxers, which of course they're afraid of. Oh my God, we can't let these people talk. But the ones that are,
but some people have legitimate health reasons as to why they still can't take the vaccine.
Yeah, exactly. But it would hurt the people that are going out there. And make sure you get that COVID-19 shot is very important when you're going up. Okay, they got zinged down because they're, in a sense, promoting it. But we're just going to get rid of that word COVID-19. It's like the files they found that were named Benghazi because Benghazi was a government no-go look-up word. Thank you, Hillary and Obama. But so now, it's just like, how stupid is that? Again, it's like the net nanny. If you look up anything with breast, it was zinged, even though you might have been looking something up for breast cancer. So
doesn't mean you're perverted and you want to see pictures of women and their breasts. You're doing research. I mean, how many times have you heard, at least from somebody you knew, that as they got older, they have to check for lumps?
Right. They're in the shower, they're washing, all of a sudden they felt something that wasn't, this doesn't feel quite right. And now in the information age, it's like, maybe I better call my doctor. Get in and see what's going on. Is it a cyst? Is it a tumor? What is it? Quit trying to protect me from me, because in many ways you are putting people's lives in danger by doing so.
And don't be afraid of people mentioning a person from history, whether you agree with that person and their tactics or not, which I do not agree with what the mustached piece of shit did. The real fascist.
Well, he did make a wonderful highway system that Dwight Eisenhower took and stole. So, okay, always try to find one thing. Only one thing to say good about somebody. There's one thing. He had a good highway system we stole.
That's very funny, you boob.
Yeah, ha 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 ha. No, I mean, when you have one of the most, and even the symbol, right? When you have one of the most, and I say influential not in a positive way, person in history, as he was. How can you not talk about him, right? Such an impact on there. But now, if you even hint, it's like now it's like it's like you're in a stupid Harry Potter movie. It's like who must not be named. Oh, you say the name and you're in trouble. And if we say it against people we don't like and call them that.
You mean something like this, perhaps?
Wrong thinking is punishable. Right thinking will be as quickly rewarded. You will find it an effective combination.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what, they're doing to us. How dare you think for yourself and search for information and try to educate yourself and not believe what we say. You don't hate the media enough. Are the news sources out there?
I mean, you'd see people, especially after what happened Saturday night, saying, well, Obama, had 11 assassination attempts on his life.
Mm-hmm.
And that, it did make me think, especially when they brought up Elon Omar's World War 11. I'm thinking, no, it's World War II.
Actually, I'm a veteran World War 11. See, just look.
I'm thinking this is a new political dog whistle for anyone in politics.
Mm-hmm. How stupid do you have to be? I mean, if she went to the proper channels of coming in here and becoming a citizen of the United States, she would not have made that mistake.
Oh, I mean, how could you, especially living in the United States, working in the United States at one of the highest levels in office, how could you not know your Roman numerals?
Oh, yeah. They're all over the place.
Especially, I was going to say, especially in DC, where you're going to see Roman numerals.
Yeah, her favorite movie is Star Trek 11, The Wrath of Khan. But Star Trek 111 wasn't quite as well.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
But, with all this fear-mongering, even with the tech industry, it needs to end.
Well, they live off of fear.
I know
they want to keep people in a perpetual state of fear. I mean, yeah. But, speaking of $50, now when the third Dune film comes out, that's what you're looking at for a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Because, we're not getting enough people in here. I know what we'll do. We'll raise the prices. No, wrong. You go the other way.
You lower the prices to try to draw people in.
Right. You'll make a profit doing that. I mean, lowering prices will do that. Yes. Because the bigger ones will drive them away. Who can afford $50 to see a film?
I can't. Not on a regular basis. Maybe every once in a great while.
Yeah. I would not go see any movie in the theater. Any. At $50.
I wouldn't.
I don't care what it is. Stay at home and sit in my Zubas and watch it on streaming.
Hell, Baron, for $50, it better be a damn holodeck.
Yeah. Exactly. Now, granted, they're talking about IMAX because that's the closest we got for the experience. But still, if they have one of those movies and there's a lovemaking scene, there better be a good-looking woman behind me helping simulate through the whole thing for $50.
I think you're going to be asking for far too much for that.
Well, They're asking far too much for us to pay $50.
I know. I mean,
That's the point. I mean,
one of the things I did today was go to the grocery store. Prices just keep going up.
mhm.
Things aren't getting better out there.
My penny candy is no longer a penny no more. Thank you for the getting rid of the penny.
Shit. Well, that's so stupid.
It's going to make everything look interesting. You won't be seeing $5.99 or any of that stuff where they put it 1 cent below, just to just make it look like it's not so bad. Or some of them do that so you don't go into another tax bracket with it.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll either have to do the round up and go into the other tax bracket, or lower it so it's 95. That'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with this, threat that CPU prices could rise due to AI demand. Will it actually happen? Will they follow what's happened with GPUs, or will it stay put, with small increases here and there that eventually price everyone out? Because that's unfortunately a possibility too.
Right.
The slow increases eventually
Mhm.
make it impossible for anybody to afford. So
Exactly.
what do you do? Do you buy a pre-built PC now?
Well,
Because
those
that
costs.
might be the cheaper route right now.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not saying it is. I'm saying it might be.
yeah, I mean, our parents' generation, that was a generation where they worked, zooped them up. Our generation that we have going on here, they do that with computers. It's like, what, let's make a custom computer and let's see how fast we can get this going, and we'll go on the internet super highway and see if we can have a drag race. And the slower CPUs, got to turn around and give it the pink ticket over. That'd be interesting. I get your computer now.
Yeah, I was going to say the slower CPUs have to get off at the next off ramp.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it could be one of those things where it's a temporary one too. I mean, just like
You can only hope.
You hope and pray, because again, this is a temporary thing. Oh my, we have a run on these CPUs, but you're going to increase, I'm sure, production. You're in the works of production. You got, if you probably added more shifts, if volunteers coming in on days off to help out. Now, granted, that does cost money and such, but hey, that's the nature of the business. So as you ramp things up for this, it shouldn't, the cost shouldn't rise up much at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, Intel, F yourself. You saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah, and maybe there's a silver lining that might even help lower the prices of not just the CPUs but the GPUs. But the United Arab Emirates says it will leave OPEC
Why?
so they can increase oil production.
Ha ha ha. Well, yeah, that needs to be destroyed.
Yeah.
That was nothing but no good, especially in the 70s. And again, it was something that should not have affected us with our reserves. The big energy crisis.
No, it shouldn't have.
But we had people who were worlders in there.
The new world order.
And you know what will help with chips? They're not the only ones out there. There's other chip companies.
No, there's God, why am I forgetting their name? Come on, Mike.
I can't help.
But
you.
I know which chip company you're thinking of. I just can't think of the name right off the top of my head right now.
But others could also start up.
Yeah.
You know,
or ones that are already out there that we don't even hear about because Intel has most of the market.
Right. Again, now you start. Do you want to play the Monopoly game? Oh, we got to buy this one because of the name. It's Intel. They had those guys in those bunny suits dancing around,
and it's Ryzen. That's the one I was thinking of. So
right. I mean, let this turn into a war. I mean, because when you have a war between two companies or more, prices go down.
Yeah, but it's good to see you, Jet. And I don't know. I mean, people need to stand up and say we're not taking any more of this. We'll go someplace else to get our chips.
Right. You'd think that some of these places might actually start their own because they figure, hey, it's just easier for us to get this part of the things going to move into the AI, and it's just it's tech industry.
Yeah, and the long suffering had heard the same news I heard. Yes, I don't just pay. I don't just pay attention to pop culture. I pay attention to world news.
Be honest, I didn't hear that.
Yep.
And I was even watching France 24 News. You figure that they'd bring something like that up. Dirty French.
Well, can't count on all these news agencies to bring up news like that.
No. Well, I mean, especially when they deal with a lot more news and that's so myopic, like ours are. I mean, yeah, they are left to center, but still,
All right. So I'm just gonna get a link to the article about the United Arab Emirates leaving OPEC if anyone wants to read it. So there's for YouTube. Honestly, I think that's a smart move.
Well, yeah, I mean, it only hurts you if you're being held back just because someone's telling you you can't do it. It's like, no, we can do it.
We can do it. We will do it. By the way, we're leaving. After 50 years, we're out of here.
50? Huh. I thought it would have been longer.
Yeah, well, we're responsible for responding if China does try to invade Taiwan.
That's the only reason why they haven't. And Japan as well. Japan doesn't want that to happen.
No, because then China becomes an immediate threat to Japan.
Yeah, because they'll be fighting over the seaways over there, who has control of the seas. I mean, they're already trying to push that right now. They were doing that last year, I think, where they're going in there and trying to do their little intimidation tactics, not with just the Japanese, but Australians and others, trying to act like they're the king of the seas. It's like, no, you're not. But if they got Taiwan, that will put a really
put a hurting on people.
Right. So, yeah. And so knowing that there'll be at least two forces that will be opposing them is enough to hold them back.
Yeah, but for how long?
It depends on the desperation that they have. But the thing is are they able to do a war? I mean, prolonged. Thank you so much. The thing about Iran, I think a lot of people are missing is yes, we could have finished and bombed them all to hell, but that's not what Trump wants to do. He is trying to, even though the damage that has been done, still trying not to do worse than necessary and keep people from actually going in. The only thing that's holding this all back is, of course, is the Iranian government. But it also sends a signal to China, because now China is having problems with fuel, getting their fuel. They were trying their best to talk to these maniacs who have been proving over and over and over again that no, you cannot negotiate with them. They're liars. They will, they break everything almost immediately after saying it. Maybe because they're used to dealing with other leaders out there that had no backbone. But, you take a look, and it's been, 9-10 weeks this has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Hardly any casualty on our end. And those, pretty much most were when they launched missiles to bases outside of the air, in the air world, but, like Saudi Arabia and stuff like that. But then there's also opening fire on their neighbors, which lost so much sympathy, you might say. Those that condemned it in the beginning were rooting it on now because of what their actions were. They know how to make friends, don't they? They have no communication lines with each other over there. It's all destroyed. So one doesn't know what the other's doing. Our blockade is working. Ships have been turned back, and Iran can't do it. They can scream, cry, pout, and whatnot, and have their Baghdad Bobs come out there. But this is a true sign to not just Iran, who, let's face it, for well over 40 years, always threatening. They were behind so many of the attacks that were done against us, active wars, through their proxy agents and such. KLM 007. I know, Libya, but Libya was playing with Iran at that time. So were the Soviets, but that's beside the point. It just comes back. You start seeing all their fingers that they were doing, so they let other people do their dirty work, but then they can scream death to America. And then when
that's what Iran has been saying since '79.
Right. And then Trump just says once that he's just going to destroy their civilization once, and oh my God, we're the bad guys. Excuse me, who are the ones that's been pumping this stuff out the most? KAL, yeah. So what's double? Okay, Pan Am 103. I thought that was 007. Okay. So easy to get some of those numbers screwed up. But yeah, that was a big screw up from Soviet Union when they took that one down. I almost forgot about that. But, with how China's getting weaker now. And now they're having their fuel crisis. So are they going to feel emboldened, or are they actually getting scared?
I'm not really sure which it is, to be honest with you, Baron.
Yeah. Well, she's not. Winnie the G was not used to this. He's so used to the Gavin Newsoms who bent over and kissed his butt. Who actually cleaned up San Francisco and got the shitters out of the street and made things look nice. He can do that for a communist leader, but he can't do that for American citizens.
He can't do that for people who live in the state, the California citizens of California.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm going to do it for, you Californians, fuck you. And that's basically
that's because Cash didn't get to him. How Cash and Newsom are good friends. It's just a joke, folks.
It is. Wasn't Newsom having a big secret meeting today too, though?
I don't
It's
know.
joke. But no,
He sure has been running his mouth a lot lately.
Who, Cash or is he?
No, Newsom.
Oh, Newsom? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's a POS. He's just nothing but a snake oil salesman.
Mm-hmm.
No substance, just the grease coming off of his hair. But
Oh yeah.
And so no, there's bigger wheels turning in this than people think. We could have annihilated them completely, carpet bombed that country into who knows what, made it into Silicon so Silicon Valley can't raise prices on chips. But no, that's not what we're doing. And they're broken apart, and now it's that waiting game. And it will come to an end soon. And again, gas prices, that's the speculators. They should be taken out tarred and feathered, because there's no reason why we should have gas prices that high. None.
No,
Maybe
we
there should
should.
be an investigation.
And so gas prices were going down. So in February it was $2.65,
Mm-hmm.
and I was hoping that we'd at least get down to that $2 mark at some point this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I was.
you never know. It might. I mean,
I know.
things change fast. I mean, this could be all over tomorrow morning. While our person has a bromance with a king, the two king rally. The two.
Oh
kings.
yeah. King Charles.
Yeah, Chucky.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the No Kings protests now? I'm serious. You don't want any
I know
kings,
you are.
Yet we've invited the king over. So
Right.
where are those protests?
The king that we had a revolution against. Well, not him personally, but the king of, that we had the little revolution against. By the way, do you know that someone actually had more time on their hands than necessary and did a check on Trump's, family lineage and all that, and found that he and Charles are actually cousins?
Really?
Really, not a joke. Not a joke.
Very interesting. You never know who's in your family line.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, you look at some of the other presidents. Not only their relations with other presidents, obviously because grandsons became presidents or sons became presidents, but even to the royalty across the ocean, you start finding out. Oh, there's and not just British royalty. So, that's just kind of an interesting thing. It's like who's related to who?
I mean, I know in one fashion I am related to John and Sam Adams distantly, but
that should get you some free beer from Sam Adams.
Nah.
I know.
No such thing as a freebie.
You only rent it. You don't buy beer, you rent it.
And Tim is saying George III, through his son Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, to Queen Victoria, then through the succeeding generations of monarchs, Edward VII, George V, George VI, Queen Elizabeth II, to Charles.
Isn't that Queen Elizabeth the 11th?
Oh, yeah, I read that as Roman numerals, Baron.
And George the 111th? Yeah.
Yeah. And, or V11. V11.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was just going to say, Oh, great. She'll come up with IV if there's a 4. It's like, oh, this must be medical. It's an IV.
1V, 1V. We'll call
1V.
it. Yeah, 1V. Coming this summer. 1V.
Ooh, that movie.
That sounds like a flop.
An
But,
Incestomar film. Yeah.
But I'll tell you what probably won't be a flop, at least in certain parts of the world. And I'll tell you that here in just a moment.
Woo! Must be squirrel nuts.
No? Nah. IV sounds like a turkey. Yeah, it was. It's a turkey while having turkey. They roast it. They baste it. I don't know where I'm going with that joke.
I don't either.
But beyond the MonsterVerse, Toho's Chief Godzilla Officer teases a multiversal blueprint for Godzilla World. This is by JB Augustine. It was posted on the 27th. And it says Toho is no longer playing defense. In a post -1 landscape where the king of the monsters has regained his critical and commercial crown, the studio is moving beyond cautious reports and into full-scale offensive. After a year of rumors and slow drip updates, Toho is finally pulling back the curtain on its long-term strategy. A sprawling expansion designed to turn its premier IP into a permanent global fixture. Godzilla should be very happy about that.
Mm-hmm. It's a giant world after all. It's a kaiju world after
Yeah.
all.
Because Godzilla will be a Godzillionaire. I guarantee it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't really guarantee it, but hey, it sounded good, right?
How do you think he became a Godzillionaire?
True. But it says while Godzilla has maintained a dual presence through Toho's Ria, I just already butchered it. Forget it, Mike. Era and legendary MonsterVerse, the Japanese studio sees a golden opportunity to push past traditional borders. They aren't just joining the cinematic universe arms race, they're attempting to redefine it. The strategy, internally dubbed Godzilla World, differentiates itself by pivoting away from a single rigid timeline instead. Toho is eyeing a multiversal approach, one that allows for multiple continuities, experimental spin offs, and varied tones to exist simultaneously. This flexible framework provides the necessary ground for long gestating rumors, such as a potential return to the world of Shin Godzilla to finally manifest as concrete projects rather than mere fan speculation. And Keiji Ota, Toho's chief Godzilla officer, made the company's ambitions clear. They intend to rival the scale of the MonsterVerse while maintaining creative sovereignty. In addition to the Godzilla films directed by people like Hideaki Anno and Takashi Yamazaki, if Toho creates the original concepts ourselves, we'll be able to strategically roll out spin-offs as well. Oda explained. Just like Legendary has its MonsterVerse, we're advancing plans to create what we're calling Godzilla World. Interestingly, Toho's roadmap isn't born of rivalry alone, but a genuine appreciation for how Western creators have handled the big G. Oda expressed high praise for the stewards of the MonsterVerse, noting that the current crop of Hollywood directors consists of the same children who grew up in awe of the Showa and Heisei eras. Gareth Edwards and Michael Dougherty are people who know what Godzilla is all about on a visceral level, Ota noted. That's why we can trust them to handle the projects. While the Godzilla World moniker sets the stage for the next decade, the immediate future is already packed with heavy hitters. The momentum continues this November with the release of Godzilla Minus Zero, followed by the high stakes clash of Godzilla Con Supernova next year. If Toho's trajectory holds, these entries aren't just sequels, they are the foundation of a multiversal new empire, a more definable one that's only beginning to rise. And trust me, you don't want to get in the way of Godzilla.
Well, Lady missed because she's got her dragons.
Well, they're going to side with Godzilla.
Mm. But what if Lady Mist isn't siding with Godzilla?
Well, then we'd have to ask her.
Mm.
Is she going to go against the King of the Monsters, or is the King of the Monsters going to fall in line and follow her and her dragons?
You never know.
That
It'd
could
make
happen.
an interesting film. I think.
The void of Godzilla.
I don't know that.
Godzilla, Guardian of the Void.
Ooh. Our verse is the Guardian of the Void. Godzilla versus the Guardian. See, because he's not the Guardian of the Void. That's Lady
No,
Mist.
I know, but he could be the new Guardian of the Void, or the Guardian of the Void versus Godzilla. That's actually a battle I'd like to see.
It'd be interesting.
But well, what do you think about Toho throwing their hat into the ring as far as their multiversal approach?
I don't know. I hope they don't go Marvel. I hope they don't.
DC.
Yeah. I hope they don't drive it in the ground. I worry. They might hire Matthew Broderick to come back and do another one. Madison Square Garden.
I hope not. I sincerely hope not. I try to forget that Matthew Broderick movie.
Zilla. Yep. Proper Godzilla fans do not call it Godzilla. They just call it Zilla. And for good reason.
They just call it that bad American attempt at the Godzilla franchise. And
and I'm afraid, when you start getting carried away, you risk that happening. So I hope it stays as pure as possible.
I hope it's not a thing where they try to rush these projects out.
Right.
I hope they let these projects actually take time to cook properly. Make sure that they're not too well done, and you don't take them off the grill early, because nobody wants any, undercooked meat. And it's good to see DJ Ronnie G
and his turtles.
Yes. And of course, his ears must have been burning. Chief Godzilla Officer is the title I aspire for. Understood. Well, Godzilla Air, gonna ask you because it's in your name, brother. But what do you think about Toho throwing their hat in the ring for Godzilla Multiverse?
Does that mean that we'd have like a like a multiple Godzillas coming from each different universe, like that Spider-Man movie across the Zillaverse.
Godzilla plus 12.
Wait, that'd be X11, Godzilla X11.
And your wife says the movies were a part of her childhood, a big part of her childhood.
Yeah, the gorillas. Yeah.
Not a real fan of multiverse. I prefer the Elseworlds style DC, where a different universe, but doesn't connect in any way.
As long as they bring back Godzuki.
That explains so much, the long suffering. I mean, that's why she has to deal with Baron. You know, she watched Godzilla, so she knows exactly what to do to get him under control.
No, Oh, okay. She put gorilla down, but that could have been a typo. I don't know.
But you know, this could work. But again, if they rush it out, then this is gonna fail right out of the gate. They need to take their time with each of these stories, each of the movies, and if it's on TV, each of the shows. Don't rush them out just so you can keep up with the competition. No.
Yeah.
If you're putting something in the crock pot, you got to give it the proper time to cook in the crock pot. Just like if you're baking something, you have to make sure that before you even stick it in the oven, that you have all the right ingredients in there and they're properly mixed. I feel like Baron is either going to sing Bohemian Rhapsody, Toxic Kal-El, or summon the Power Rangers.
Right.
Rangers! There's a large dinosaur called Godzilla heading toward Angel Grove. You must stop him. Zordon, forget that. We've heard about that guy.
You need to pick his pocket. He's a millionaire.
I have no doubt that they'll keep doing their own thing, but if it's with this multiverse, again, how are they gonna, make themselves stand out from the rest? Maybe they can teach Hollywood this is how you do a multiverse, but we have to wait and see.
See and wait.
And Godzilla there says Toho is better than Legendary. Yeah. I have Godzilla vs. Kong. I've only watched it a couple of times. And
Godzilla.
I did have the the Godzilla movie that came out, but I let a friend borrow it and never got it back. You think I'd learn about letting people borrow stuff and never getting it back?
It's mine now, precious.
My precious. Speaking of which, we'll be watching that next month. Yes. I need a gamma ray gun. I don't know. I'd like to have a gamma ray gun.
That'd be cool.
If you haven't seen it, Godzilla Final Wars is stupid, dumb, fun, and one of my favorites. I haven't seen it, so I'll definitely be on the lookout for it. Maybe it's on Tubi.
You never know.
Considering what Tubi has and all for free. Yeah, you have to watch ads, but I'll take it.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's free, you know. So I mean, I can handle an advert or two. Just don't go
Advert,
knucking futs like
a-
YouTube.
advert. Yeah, I was gonna say advertisements just something that you, I, the long suffering, and many in our chat grew up on watching
Mhm.
shows.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, all right. Well, then I'll have to check it out. Thank you, Tubi.
Watch party? No, kidding. I'm kidding.
But the only real reason why we're sorry, fucking allergies. But the only real reason why we're watching Hulk Hogan, Real American, as a watch party is because I'm curious about it, and having been a wrestling fan, I'm interested to know what they include and what they omit. And
He's
the
a real
four,
American brother.
well, of course he is, dude. But it's 4 episodes in total. The first one I was reading is 45 minutes, while the last 3 are an hour apiece. That's why I'm breaking it up into 2 different watch parties, because I'm not going to sit there for 4 hours in one night watching it. But Numathon. And it's like I told you in Cash, as far as when it comes to Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Rings, we're gonna just start the show an hour early
Mm-hmm.
during that night. It's gonna be on a Sunday, so don't worry.
Sunday. I know it's Monday, but I'll just do it.
Well, hey, just change the day and it works. Like him or not, but there is no mainstream pro wrestling without Hulk Hogan. Exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. You don't have a WrestleMania without a Hulk Hogan. Yeah, maybe Vince could have still had success with WrestleMania, but would it be the global phenomenon that it is? Or and that includes WWE? I don't think so.
Mhm.
And we do have confirmation from the long suffering. It is on Tubi. All right, so I will definitely check it out sometime. As long as it's still on Tubi.
Mhm.
But yes.
To be.
Tubi, do. Okay. I know I'm weird.
Doo-be-doo.
I've always been weird. It's who I am. But we do have a couple of sad stories that we are going to get to tonight. And these men did help form not just a childhood, but for some, maybe even their teenage years, young adult years. And it's really sad that we've lost these gentlemen because they were an inspiration for not just one generation, but a couple of generations. Whether you read comics or you watch the cartoon, definitely this next gentleman had an impact, because if it wasn't for him, none of us would know who He-Man was or the power of Grayskull. So I'm going to all right, so this comes from He-Man.org. It's by Adam McCombs, and it was posted on the 28th. It says Rodger Sweet, one of the creators of Masters of the Universe, has passed away at age 91. And there is Mr. Sweet. And it says, Hello. It is with sadness that I post that Rodger Sweet, creator of He-Man, along with Mark Taylor, passed away this morning. I talked to his wife, widow, Marlene, today, and she told me the news. He passed peacefully at a care facility. I am only posting this as she asked me to do so. She will be updating the GoFundMe as well and shutting it down. Rest in peace, Rodger, and condolences to his entire family, especially his wife, Marlene. I will be reaching out to other news outlets as well. Marlene has asked that if anyone can, please try to reach out or post the studio's actors doing the new movie to ask that they dedicate it to both Rodger and Mark Taylor. It would be a nice way to honor them both. Thank you. And I think they would still have enough time to add it,
Oh
especially
yeah.
since the film doesn't come out till June 5th.
Well, the films are digital, anyways. It's just
Mhm.
easy to slap in, and look how fast they did it with the Challenger, with Star Trek. You know,
Yeah. And of course, they do have an update. Additional news reports have confirmed that Rodger passed away Tuesday morning on April 28th, which happens to be Masters of the Universe Day.
oh my,
How poetic.
yeah.
At the memory care facility he was staying in. Generous fans donated to his GoFundMe after he was diagnosed with dementia, which allowed him to have the care he needed. He was 91 years old. In Rogers' memories, Mastering the Universe, memoirs, sorry, Mastering the Universe, he recalled that he and Mark Taylor were both listed as creators of He-Man when the idea was pitched to Mattel. He also later acknowledged that his Barbarian He-Man prototype below center was based on Mark Taylor's concept art. Rogers' important contribution was less about the design of He-Man himself and more about the attributes of the line as a whole, including the highly muscled look of the figures, the Power Punch waist action feature, the idea of interchangeable costumes, and of course, the name He-Man, the
Hey,
most
look,
powerful man in the universe.
and a Mandalorian.
Yeah, yeah. You can't tell me it wasn't Star Wars influence. And of course, it says when Roger was put in charge of design of the line in its second year after Mark Taylor left the position, and the company he create he created many beloved characters, including Triclops, Mechanic, Cyclone, Spike, Too Bad. He was also in charge of the team tasked with designing the line, which included Ted Mayer, Ed Watts, Martin Areola, Colin Bailey, and others. And of course, I had Cyclone and I had Mechanic as a kid.
Mm.
Our hearts go out to Roger's wife, Marlene. We celebrate Roger's many contributions to Masters of the Universe. Aside from his design skills, Roger was a talented inventor who came up with many of the action features used on various figures and vehicles in the Masters of the Universe line. According to Harold Net, Roger graduated from the Institute of Design in Chicago and started work at Mattel in 1972.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I don't know if you ever watched The Toys That Made Us, the documentary on Netflix, but I would definitely recommend checking it out.
Hmm.
Of course, this was 2019. He was at a PowerCon, which is a He-Man convention, as one of the guests. Thank you, sir.
Hmm.
We're losing talent, Baron,
Yep, we are.
and especially those who helped shape our childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I know I've already shown these, but I'm gonna go to them again. And yes, I know it's a crossover between another franchise and one that you all know I love, but still. Let me. Okay. I'll try to get it where you all can see it as best as possible. Let me straighten that up. Yeah, you guys probably can't really see it that well unless I put it by the monitor a little bit and then it lights up. But this is the Masters of the Universe Transformers crossover. But underneath, it's that sculpt. It's He-Man. And then, of course, Scarecrow with Starscream armor. I'd have to plug my lights back in. Although, hold on. Wait a tick.
Tick.
That's plugged in. That might help. So I'll bring up the Optimus one again. Yeah. The He-Man Optimus one. There you go. I saw these on sale at my local store. They were actually on clearance, and I picked them up.
Ooh.
And that was before I found out about Mr. Sweet passing away.
Mm. So you just got those?
Yeah, only a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I saw them on clearance, and I looked at the price and went, okay, yeah. You're coming home with me.
You're mine.
But again, thank you, Mr. Sweet. Helped create a lot of memories, not just for me, but for a lot of us who played with our Masters of the Universe collection as kids. But of course, we also have another sad story, and this is about Punisher and Firestorm co-creator Gerry Conway. He also passed away recently. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to that article without any transition video or anything like that. But Gerry Conway, along with his wife, also wrote a couple of episodes of Generation 1 Transformers. I don't know if it mentions it here in the article, but I just thought I would share that with all of you. So I'm just getting it out there to Rumble, YouTube, and Blaze, and then I'll start reading the article. And here we go. So this is by JB Augustine, and this was posted on the 28th. Punisher and Firestorm co-creator Gerry Conway has died. It says, it has been a sad year for comic fans, especially for those whose fandom extends to the glory days of the medium's Bronze Age. And, sorry, and the news is not getting any better. We have the unfortunate duty to report that veteran scribe and creator of a litany of memorable characters, Gerry Conway, has passed. News of his passing was confirmed by several sources, including Major Trades, who confirmed Conway succumbed to his long up and down battle against pancreatic cancer. Oh, man. Marvel verified the news as well, but provided no cause. He was 73. He was initially diagnosed with the deadly disease in 2022. After a complex procedure, he seemed to be fighting back successfully. However, complications from his surgery led to many hospital stays where he spent weeks in the ICU. Conway was also placed in a medically induced coma. Damn. According to Gail Simone, he sent letters to friends letting them know privately about the progression of his disease, and he was in his final days. Conway began his career at Marvel in the very early 70s, working under Roy Thomas. He contributed short stories to anthology series such as Chamber of Darkness, Tower of Shadows, and Astonishing Tales. Eventually, he got his crack at superheroes with Daredevil and Khazar.
Bless you.
Assignments on Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk followed before Conway succeeded Stan Lee as writer of The Amazing Spider-Man in 1972. He was a young and prolific wonderkind at only 19 years of age when he took charge of his first issue, which was number 111.
Can you imagine being the person taking over from Stan Lee?
Mm-hmm. Gosh.
It's like no pressure at all.
No pressure at all. You talk about weight on your shoulders. It says during his tenure, Conway helped create legendary characters from the Punisher to Man-Thing, and briefly in 1976 he served as editor-in-chief. However, his most infamous contribution to Marvel lore just might be penning the night Gwen Stacy died, a story that forever changed the web slinger's trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
When he moved over to DC, he left just an indelible mark with the creation of even more iconic characters, including Firestorm and Jason Todd, who would suffer a more gruesome fate than Gwen. Tributes to Conway pouring in on social media and interminable popularity of the Punisher, Man-Thing, and other characters who are going strong in the MCU are proof enough that he left a lasting legacy. Yeah. And again, he made an impact. He made an impact in the comic book industry. And who do we have to replace him that can make just as big of an impact?
Tim Sheridan. I mean, that's what we're getting left behind is people like that.
I know.
I mean, you look, I mean, this guy took over, was editor-in-chief for a while. He took over from Stan Lee at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
What does that tell you? I mean, Stan Lee wasn't going to, trust his baby to anybody.
No, I mean, he created Spider-Man. You're not just going to hand Spider-Man to somebody who doesn't know anything about the character and won't take care of the character. It's like you said, that's his baby. You're not going to send your kid to be watched by a babysitter who's just going to ignore the kid the whole time. And
and think about what a groundbreaking comic Spider-Man was anyways, where the superhero was basically an angst teen who had a sense of humor, snarky sense of humor, which was groundbreaking. And, that's like, throwing Superman's tights on Jimmy Olsen saying, get out there and kick ass, boy. It's just, you didn't expect anything like that. College age kid going out fighting crime and what he went through. And now, after that, let's just hand it over to this Gerry guy. Hey, Gerry, you want to do this? No, I'm sure it wasn't that. I think there was a lot of grilling, or he showed that he knew enough and loved it enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, here's the reins. Don't screw up. And obviously, he didn't.
Yeah.
His career shows that.
And what I'm doing right now, folks, I'm putting it into the YouTube side first, then I'll put it onto the Rumble side and Blaze side. Is I'm putting the links to the 2 Generation 1 episodes that he and his wife wrote.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, and that too. I mean, wow.
If you'd like to check them out, please do. But let me just grab that. I gotta paste that over there. And then grab the other one. And do the same. I mean, an element. Are they good episodes? It depends on your point of view.
Mm-hmm.
But he did contribute to them. So he actually contributed to the lore of Generation 1.
Well, especially if they were early. I mean, that's fresh ground.
Well, these 2 episodes that he helped write with his wife, that comes from season 3. And season 3, it's one of those seasons where it's hit or miss.
Yeah, because it was the post movie, and
post movie, and because
Optimus Prime.
Toei was working on Transformers the movie at the time, they weren't able to produce as many episodes on their end as far as the animation was concerned. So, Hasbro and their subsidiary actually hired 2 other animation studios, and you can always tell the difference between Toei Animation and the other 2 studios, because the other 2 studios, not only were they low budget, but the animation looked low budget compared to the other episodes. Probably one of the better animated episodes of G1 was called The Primitives. But that's just my opinion. But yes, may Mr. Conway and Mr. Sweet, may they both rest in peace. But Baron, I don't want to leave the folks on a sad note. Is there anything you want to talk about?
Oh, I hadn't really thought of that. Star Trek Starfleet Academy was canceled.
We've covered that already.
I know, but I mean, it's joyful to hear.
Yeah. Well, Top Gun's coming back to the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch the original, and you can watch Maverick if you wanted to.
Meow 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 meow
Meow meow meow meow meow meow meow meow meow meow.
Meow
meow meow. I'm gonna make you a little bigger. Oh, come on, Mousy. Mouse is on camera. Say hi to Mouse, everybody. Baron's fur buddy. Mouse is like, oh shit, I'm on camera again.
Yeah. It's like, kill me now.
I can remember several times during your show or when you were on other people's show where he would hop up on your desk and
Mm-hmm.
plop right next to you and like, okay, now I'm the star of the show. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. He's his little. He can be a scene stealer. Right, Mr. Mouse? There. That should make people happy. Right, Mouse?
Oh, he looks happy right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he would just sit next to me and it's like, okay, fine. I'm gonna bring you over. You little beast. What? Yeah.
See?
Remember, I saved your
heartwarming
life.
moment.
Okay. There you go. And still had his tail. Yeah, I give you a good brushing.
Oh, he'll love that. I know my sister's cat loves it when he gets brushed. And
It took a while for him to like it.
I can understand because of the bristles and everything. It's like, what's this?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on here?
Yeah. But he likes the Furminator. He tries to eat his own fur afterwards. He's like, no. He's an idiot. He's only marginally smarter than his brother was. His brother was stupid. Really stupid.
So, in other words, he got the brains in the family.
If you want to call it that, yeah.
Hey, I'm just being funny, Baron.
Right? But yeah. Oh yeah, butt scritches. Oh no, butt scritches. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm looking to see if there's any other news that has come out that's worth talking about.
Yeah, I was kind of doing that during the show. It's like, boy, kind of quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I mean, of course, I see all the trendy garbage out there, from all the sycophants to our various franchises, you know, like Red Shirts Always Die and Movie Web and all that. And it's like, geez Louise. Just the you know, the headlines are, oh, I guess there's a guy who's in a 31 game streak. Yeah.
And Lady Mrs. Pappy is enjoying and relaxing now in her nice clean tank. It's because DJ said Pappy is climbing the side of her tank. Now she's basking though, but before or after I ready the water, she started jumping and climbing. I found an article from Cosmic Book News. It says Gina Carano talks Pedro Pascal split, Kathleen Kennedy exit after Star Wars Fallout. You want me to read that, or you want me to find something else?
Sure. That sounds interesting. Yeah.
All right.
We never really heard a point of view from about those two.
No, we haven't.
Scallywags, for lack of better words.
And knowing Gina Carano, how she carries herself, she's probably going to be very diplomatic about it.
Oh, I just stepped in some Pedro Pascal. Ew.
Ew. Ew. It'll take me forever to get that out.
At least it wasn't Pablo Hidalgo.
Oh, God. All right, so bonus article time, folks. All right, Gina Carano talks Pedro Pascal split, Kathleen Kennedy exit after Star Wars Fallout. And it was just posted today by Matt McGloin.
Matt.
Gina Carano is opening up more about the fallout from The Mandalorian, including where things stand with Pedro Pascal and Kathleen Kennedy. The comments come as Carano is back in the spotlight following the settlement of her lawsuit with Disney and Lucasfilm, her recent conversation with Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, and rumors that she could return to Star Wars as Cara Dune. Yeah, the first thing she does is kick the Mandalorian's ass.
Yeah. It's only paid. Well, the one that is one stunt double in there. He's a tough SOB, but most of it's not even Pedro out there playing the Mandalorian. So.
No, wasn't it John Wayne's grandson or somebody related to him?
Might be. I mean, there's two different guys that play him besides Pedro. And whenever we see an action scene that's not him, it's like, oh,
I wouldn't think so. But this doesn't surprise me here. Gina Carano says she and Pedro Pascal don't keep in touch. Speaking with the Hollywood Reporter, Carano said her relationship with Pedro Pascal is one of the casualties of everything that happened during her Disney firing. As noted, Pascal never publicly denounced Carano during the controversy. Carano has previously said Pascal privately urged her to calm things down before the firing and tell critics what they wanted to hear. Carano now says that the two last spoke after the Mandalorian co-star Carl Weathers died in February 2024. But no, Carano clarified, me and Pedro don't keep in touch. Well, also, I could imagine that Gina's current political views also are a reason why Pedro does not communicate with her. Carano also commented on Kathleen Kennedy, who has left her role as president of Lucasfilm. I wish her the best, Carano said. Carano added that she hopes Kennedy one day writes a book or becomes the subject of a documentary. You never know what somebody else is going through, she said. After the settlement, Lucasfilm released a statement saying Carano was always well respected by her directors, co-stars, and staff, and added that the studio looked forward to identifying opportunities to work together with Miss Carano in the near future.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And my money's on Gina for this fight.
Oh, yeah. Kick her ass.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I liked Rousey at first, but then her attitude just swayed me away. It's like, nah. And it says Gina Carano also has a Netflix fight coming up. Carano is preparing for a major return outside of Hollywood. She is set to fight Ronda Rousey on May 16th in a live Netflix MMA event presented by Most Valuable Promotions. The fight is being promoted as a 5x5 professional MMA bout and will take place at the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles. Basically, 5 rounds is the maximum rounds that the fight's going to go. Any of the fights on that card. It says Jake Paul, who founded MVP, has also been involved in promoting the fight. Surreal moment. I started taking judo because of Ronda Rousey. Now I get to work with her and Gina Carano to bring MMA to Netflix. Here we go, Paul previously posted. The fight marks a huge comeback moment for Carano, who helped build women's MMA before transitioning into acting. Rousey later became the bigger mainstream name in the sport, but Carano was one of the fighters who helped prove there was a real audience for women inside the cage. And I'd love to do a watch party of the fight, but From what I've been reading, the main event won't start till close to midnight. It's like, no, that's asking too much.
Death by Snoo.
I honestly,
I envy her husband.
I think it's going to be rigged for Rousey to win. I really do.
Yeah, that's why I said if Gina Carano wins, it's not rigged or fixed. Because Ronda Rousey would not agree to being the loser. It was a fixed fight.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be. I mean, let's face it. Ronda Rousey was bitching when she was in WWE. Didn't like the way things were done there. Well, guess what? This isn't the UFC. It's WWE. You're in Vince McMahon's ballpark now. Whatever you're expecting, forget about it. And now Ronda Rousey's in AEW. I don't see how that's going to work out well for her. It may, especially if this fight has it where Rousey wins. Just imagine Gina comes out lean and jacked again. I mean, she is lean and jacked. Have you seen some of the press conferences for the fight and the promotional videos? I mean, she did get herself lean, and she had said at one point in an interview she hates going to the gym, but she got back into the gym.
Yeah, she doesn't like doing all that work, but she'll do it.
I mean, hell, make that reintroduction to Cara Dune. You look different. And then she kicks the Mandalorian's ass.
Yeah, not hard. Not with Pedro Pascal.
Nah, but
she'll drop kick him like the Mandalorian Grogu movie will be dropped.
I don't see that movie doing well.
I can't see it doing well either. The fatigue is real.
Really don't. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just thinking with this current state of Star Wars, I don't see that being a banger of a hit. I think people who want to see it will go see it, obviously, and the people who are done with Star Wars are gonna, do something else. Touch grass, plant flowers.
What is there for me to go? Yeah, what is there for me to go see that? Really, honestly, they've strayed so far off the path of what the Mandalorian was in the beginning. They've strayed so far off the path of what Star Wars is. Pedro Pascal is an absolute friggin' putz. It just what is that lady gonna come out and say she's pregnant with the Jawa's kid now?
I don't know.
I mean, when you got stupid things like that, I mean, geez, her dating a Jawa, banging a Jawa, it's like, Jawas stink really bad.
Yeah, well, if you saw the character, she looked like she might have stunk too.
Yeah.
So maybe they canceled each other out.
Maybe Jawa's was wearing a clothespin underneath. Just couldn't see it.
Ooh, TD. Well, what does that mean? Oh hell, she stinks.
He kept saying it all through a love making. It must mean that it was so good. It was so good. Paraphrasing an old dirty joke.
Yeah, but I don't know that we're ever gonna find out the whole truth to the matter. I wish that the trial had gone to a full trial instead of a settlement. Because I wanted to hear all the juicy details.
Yeah. And I think Disney didn't want that out there. That's why they settled.
Mm-hmm. What's the job? Was favorite drink? Martini. Martini. Second, not stirred.
What, the Java or the Martini?
Yeah, you could take your pick.
No, but honestly, it's just there's and why a Naboo fighter? First of all, those things are rare as it is in the first place. But why have that for his ship? Where is he going to put these prisoners?
Well, it looks like he's got the same model of ship back that he had in the first 2 seasons.
Oh, okay. So he got a Razor Crest again. Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, they should have just gone with a different design, but bigger one where, hey, you got, you're going around with a Naboo fighter, and where do you put the, where you put the bad guys you catch?
Tie him to the outside.
Yeah.
Tell them to hold their breath while you're in hyperspace.
Mm-hmm. That'll do it. Mm-hmm. Re-entry is going to be a bugger, though.
It's fine. It's fine. You're fine. But yeah, go for different chip design. I mean, I still think they should have gone with a different chip for the Enterprise A.
Yeah.
Even if it was an Excelsior class.
Mm-hmm.
And I could hear Scotty. Why do we have to be in this bucket of bolts?
Yep.
She's no Constitution class, Captain, but I'll make her work.
I think they were afraid. I think they're afraid that the fans would not accept it.
I think it was.
Well, yeah, it was something from the Clone Wars, yeah. Something in that fashion. Of course, we never saw the original troop transports ever, so doesn't mean they didn't exist. It's just, there's a lot of machinery, and don't see it all necessarily. Yeah, I mean, it'd been interesting if it was the Excelsior they took over. Well, they did for Next Generation.
Yeah, but we have had different Enterprise designs. I mean, I still think it's a monstrosity and it's way too big. But the Enterprise J.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I realized the joke was as you went from the original Enterprise to the Enterprise A, B, C, D, and E, the ship just got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah,
that's why
this Enterprise can crush your Enterprise. That's right. Look how big it is. That's right.
Oh, one of the big reasons why the D was so big is because it's supposed to be carrying families on board.
Not only that, it's supposed to be one of those starships that could be in service for years, and you could constantly upgrade it.
Yeah, the Bible was saying that be away for at least 25 years. So, yeah, so even though it never seemed like they got that far, they're always going back to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, isn't it supposed to take a long time to get back to Earth?
Yeah, well, don't worry. Tune into next week's episode. They'll be back at Earth. They won't. They won't say how long it took them to get back, but they're back.
Mm-hmm. Now they went back to Earth way too often for being a big explorer, and that's one of the things I had kind of a problem with.
that's one thing I think another Star Trek series should do is have it where the crew goes out there into deep space and maybe one time returns to Earth for an important
Mhm.
reason.
Right.
But then after that, goes back into deep space and you don't see him again.
Hmm. Well, I mean,
At least not in Sector 001.
yeah. Well, no, that's the great thing about the original Star Trek show. They never went back to Earth per se in the 23rd century. But the only time you had a glimpse of it was in the cage/menagerie when they were in Mojave, which was all Greenlands now. Yeah, I mean, they went back in time to Earth in the
Yeah.
60s. But they never, they were always out there. They ran into Earth-like cultures similar to, a parallel evolution, you might say, are ones that were corrupted, but never on Earth. And that what was so nice about it. It did give you that sense that they were not, they were out there. They were still part of things, but they were still out there, relying on star bases. So I would like to see that for the next series. No go back Eartho.
Maybe part of the first episode you have it take place on Earth because they're getting the ship all ready.
Mm-hmm.
And then, at the end of episode 1 going into episode 2, you see them leave not just Sector 001, but also the Alpha Quadrant.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do like the idea of maybe, meeting up with the crew. They've already gotten to know each other a little bit, and it's up to the writers to fill the audience in on the gaps. What's this character about? What's that character about?
Mm-hmm. Well, you realize that I'm talking about, of course, the Roddenberry, Bennett, and Berman era trick here.
Yeah, I know.
Only movies. Only one where you ever saw Earth, and that was Insurrection. Every other one, in some fashion or other, they were back at Earth.
Yeah, because even at the end of Nemesis, were they back at Earth?
Yep. Obviously, Next Generation, we got to save Earth. Star Trek 2, everything takes off from Earth. Star Trek 3, you steal the Enterprise from Earth. Star Trek 4, you're on trial at Earth. Star Trek 6, the politics on Earth.
Well, Star Trek 5, they're at Yosemite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
roasting marshmallows.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, forget that. Let's see what she's got, said the captain. And
we did now, didn't we?
Of course, Generations pretty much, for the Kirk Spock, not Kirk Spock, but the Kirk time, they were at Earth. The Next Generation, they weren't, but still, they were at Earth.
Yeah, it was christening of the Enterprise B.
Mm-hmm. The
First Contact, Earth,
Earth, modern and future. Well, both futures, but for them is they went back in time. Insurrection, no Earth, and of course Nemesis at the end. With the Enterprise E having the insurance claim for rear-ending another starship.
Yeah.
Was Deanna driving again?
Yeah, that'd be the agent's first question. Was Commander Troy driving again? No.
We're putting curb feelers on the starship now.
All right, we got to put bumpers on these things.
But yeah, it's just, when I want Star Trek, I mean, that was even with Voyager, you only saw them really come back to Earth at the last episode. They were already out there in the first
Yeah,
episode because they're
they,
on
they
PS9.
did have a few episodes where either it was the entire crew back at Earth or it was a character back at Earth. There was an episode, I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. And that's how much I care about Voyager. But there's an episode where Harry Kim finds himself at Earth and he would never join the Voyager crew.
Right.
And then there's an episode, a 2-part episode, where the crew of Voyager goes back to 1996 Earth. So
the Voyager home, right? Star Trek, the Voyager home.
No.
But yeah, of course, hey, let's do that again with Picard. And we'll bring the same guy back with we'll bring back Kirk Thatcher to play the punk.
Yeah, and he'll record another song.
I like you. You're so cute. I like you too.
It doesn't work, but yeah.
Well, remember, there's a kinder, gentler punk in the Picard one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I only watched season 1 of Picard, and I was out. I should have just been out of Kurtzman Trek after season 1 of Discovery, but I thought,
yeah,
maybe it'll get better. Maybe season 2 will it get better?
It's season 3. It's canceled.
Season 3, will it get better? No, I'm out.
One cancellation after another, and they still. It's like, well, let's keep going. Maybe next one. No, why you keep canceling it? Your shows,
Tim, you are nothing but a hater. Don't you know, according to one of the Starfleet Academy actors, that season 1 of Starfleet Academy was the best season of any Star Trek show?
Best
to premiere.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Don't you know that? Of course, that person never really watched any of Star Trek, so what do they know? Yeah, I am. I am describing batter Trekkie syndrome. But sometimes, and you all see it during the game stream, I can't deny it. And thank you again to everybody who showed up last night for Mouse PI for Hire. But sometimes
I don't want my pain taken away. I need my pain.
I need my pain. I do. But yeah, I mean, I wish I could say with confidence, oh, we're gonna get out of this rut. We're gonna get entertainment that we want to see, whether it be television or movies. But with the way things are going, it's gonna be a cold day in hell. It's gonna be a cold day in hell before we get anything that makes us all talk to each other, at work, or you see somebody and you say to that person, "Hey, did you see that new movie that came out Friday? Oh yeah, that movie's a banger." Or watching a TV show where the next day at work you're saying, "Yeah, did you see that episode? Oh my god, I can't believe they did that." I'll take the prostate exam, thank you. I'll take a kidney stone over New Trek, thank you. I've had a kidney stone before, so yeah, I know that pain. I've actually had 2 kidney stones. But thankfully, Haven't had any recently, knock on wood. But I just want to be able to watch something and not just say to you guys, but say to people I know, you gotta go watch this movie. You gotta go watch this TV show. It's really good. And I've even been hearing from people that this last season of One Piece, the live action one on Netflix, some people said it was good, some people said it wasn't good. And you get different reactions to even the new Michael movie that's out. Some people say, it does a good job telling the story. Then other people are saying, well, it's omitting so many things that happened during that time. But, I suppose with something like that, you have to go watch it and judge it for yourself. Which is something, I do try to do if I'm interested in seeing a movie. I do have a little bit of interest in seeing Masters of the Universe because I'm curious to see where they want to go. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You decide what you want to watch. You decide what you don't want to watch. You decide who you want to hang out with, where you want to go in life. You're the one making the decision. You can ask somebody for advice, but it's ultimately up to you. Yeah, it really is. You know what you like. You know what you don't like. And even DJ says he'd rather have a prostate exam than watch New Trek.
I don't like anything.
Oh, no. You're not Cash. He's the one that doesn't like anything.
That's true. Excuse me. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's like it'd be nice to be able to brag about something. You got to see this. You got to see that. I know exactly what you're saying.
And it's not like I haven't been able to find a movie here and there that's made me go, you guys got to see this. We've had them for watch parties. I think about Queen of the Rain, how much I enjoyed that movie, and we watched that. I think about Iron Claw, Nuremberg, The Bike Riders, just to name a few. But I really am getting tired of Hollywood always doing retread after retread after retread. Oh, guess what? We're gonna make this new spin-off movie, but it's gonna be a prequel.
Mm-hmm.
We're done with prequels. It's been almost 30 years of nothing but prequels.
Yeah.
We're done.
Are basically attempts to do a reboot, but they never catch on that well. And that should be their first hint right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if people aren't all that crazy about it, you should probably just leave it be.
Yeah, and even with Alien Romulus, that movie started off good.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets to the middle of the movie. It's like, oh, wait a minute. I've seen this before. This is Alien 3 right here. Oh, yeah. This is Aliens right here. It's like, come on. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is Alien Resurrection right here. No, literally, there was a part in Alien Romulus where there was a half human, half xenomorph baby. It's like, oh, come on, we've done this already.
Why?
Because they are out of ideas.
I know.
I mean, even with games, some games that come out, it's like, oh yeah, that seems like it's going to be pretty cool. And perfect example is that Phantom game.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like it was going to be a good 2D fighting game. And then, I play it. It's like, what in the... I mean, I was getting frustrated that night. I mean, I know you've all heard me frustrated during my gameplay, but with that game, it's like the hit detection wasn't even there, and the sound would cut out, and just so many issues. Don't ask me how I managed to finally beat that game. I'm even asking myself that question.
Tenacity.
I think it's just because I'm too stubborn to say that I'm done.
Tenacity.
It's that Klingon warrior in me. You will not cry like a Ferengi. You will not wither away. You will not whimper. You will fight on. Although I gotta admit, I do need to take a break from Metal Gear Solid Delta. That last time I was playing, it was just frustrating me. It's like, okay, you want me to knock out this guy, take his uniform, and disguise myself as him. Well, I've knocked him out, and you're not exactly telling me where I need to drag him to do the switcheroo. And that's why I switched to mouse PI. Now, I will admit, I am going to play a game that I already know is bad, but I've beaten it once. And you can thank a conversation that Cash and I had after Sunday's Pop Talk. And I'm going to play Transformers Rise of the Dark Spark. Considered one of the worst Transformers games ever to be released.
And why do you wish to do this?
Because I want to see if it still is. If it's just my memory telling me, yeah, it's a bad game. Or if I'm going to find things that are positives about the game. That, outweigh the negative. Because you know how our minds, after a while, we perceived something to be one thing when it actually wasn't.
Right.
So I want to do something like that. Is this game as bad as I think it is? And remember it being. Or is that just a figment of my imagination? I can't promise I won't. Yeah, I can't promise I won't be doing impressions of Optimus Prime, Megatron, Starscream, or any of the other characters. I can't promise you I won't be doing
that. We know you'll be doing it.
Of course I will, Baron. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Cash and I we're talking. It's asked me, what are you thinking about streaming that might get people going, you're crazy, or just pique people's curiosity, especially when it comes to these Activision Transformer games. You can't really find any of them as far as a physical copy to purchase unless you go to Amazon or eBay, and who knows how much the seller's going to be asking for it. But we got to talking, and he asked me, what's one of the worst Transformers games you've ever played? I said that would be Transformers Rise of the Dark Spark. And then I got to think, you know what, maybe you should stream that and let other people decide, is it as bad as you think it is? I mean, still have my opinion, but get other people's opinion on the game too.
As you should.
I'm here finally. Send me the link.
Oh. Who's that?
The guy I just mentioned, Cash.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. And good Cash. I'm glad for you. Hopefully that's less stress on you, man. I'm reading the message he just put in Discord a while ago.
So the bank job went well. Good.
Up to you. Not that anyone cares, mind you.
No, you're right.
Thanks for noticing. No, it's in the Discord, Cash, if you want to click on it. But yeah, then I'll play it, and who knows? Maybe I will have a better experience than I think I'm gonna have. You never know. We'll see what I remember or what I don't remember. How do you do this part again?
I don't know.
No, but I don't know, Baron. What do you have in mind for your channel, if you want to share?
Well, I like to get back to doing shorts and do a little bit of gaming again. Now, those are kind of the two things on the top of my skull here. So, and I see that happen. Of course, doing cranky old fans with Mr. Monet, but that's more on his channel than mine. So, yeah.
But still, the two of you getting back to doing that and discussing your topics. It's not like it's Pop Talk. It's completely different from Pop Talk. And but Cash, how you doing today, brother? And again, I'm glad everything's resolved now.
It might sound stupid to some people, and maybe I should just bury my head in the sand. That's right. Bury my head in the sand for 1,000 days. But you got, has other people ever had that time when they just feel like they can't fix things? I don't care if it's electronics. I don't care if it's stuff in the house. And for whatever reason, there's some kind of mental block, or you think that you're like, oh, cool, I'm paying my bill online. And then it's like, oh, no, it's going into my savings. Wait, that's not what I want. And so then you have to check with the credit card company and check with this. And it's like, why are these things all piling on me? Did I do something bad to somebody? It's just, that's how it feels lately the last week or two. I don't know, man.
It feels like, did I not make the left turn when I should have? When I made the right turn? And
yeah. It's just the weird thing is, like, the Keeley Show season 4. Yeah, sure, crit. It just feels like I don't know, like everything lately has been piling on me. It's like, oh, I haven't played this device in a while. All right, let's check it out. Oh, it's not working. Oh, you're going to have to restore it back to Windows. Okay, why? Why do I deserve this? It's just that's the way things have been going lately, and it's like I hope other people have been having these issues.
See, it seems like anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Yes. Hello, Lady Miss. Yeah, I just don't understand what's going on with this stuff. It's like, I've always been the person who's fixed everything. It's like, yeah, dude, in your faces, or at least that's how it makes you feel. And then it's like, shit, why can't I feel like I can't fix stuff anymore? And you're reading all this stuff online and reading, and it's like, I've got this. No, shit. So that's just how I've been feeling lately. And I think I fixed everything, and I hope this bank thing is fixed. And it's so stupid. It really is stupid lately. And I don't know, but I'm like, okay,
you're over it.
Yeah, I'm just over. I'm just like, so wait, if I vanish for a while, would that be better? And then things will be better when I come back? Probably not.
For me,
about the same. For Baron, they will.
Baron, have you heard from Cash? No.
That's right.
No.
Cash? What's a cash?
I'm sure you guys
check with somebody who buried their head in the sand.
Right. I buried my head in the sand for a while, but no, like, Baron with his back problems, your allergies, we all have issues to deal with, but it's just, sometimes it's like, why does it feel like everything's piling on? But I don't know about you guys sometimes, and it may be quite dramatic, but a lot of this world still does not make sense to me anymore. It used to. Nowadays, though, it just doesn't. Yeah, I feel like it's a bunch of clowns running around, and I'm like, guys, You have brain and head. Brain and head. You know.
Brain? What is brain?
Yes, what is brain? So, it's easy for people to just lash out and scream at somebody or whatever, but that's not going to help the situation, unfortunately. Why would it? But it's just been the last 2 weeks is just like you get to the point where you just don't care about much. And I'm sure you guys have been there too. It's just, can't these things just get fixed? Why can't this stuff be easier? Why am I having trouble with this? I never had trouble with this stuff before. So, yeah.
Well, especially with technology and, operating systems, they add one new patch and it screws everything up. So the way you used to fix something before, you can't do it the next time.
Yep. I mean, I got on the Lenovo Legion Go, and of course there's a new one, but why would I need a newer handheld when I've got a nice laptop? I've got options, but even when I upgrade to my desktop, that's going to be a problem. Another computer person that I know says I should think about maybe just not doing pre-built, but I'm like, well, if I could do pre-built, maybe actually save myself a few $100s, that might be good.
Also, with the possibility of Intel processors going up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I could spend at least, I know it seems like a lot, and it is, like a little over $3,000 and get more of a not pre-built computer, just more of a, I build the machine in a lot of ways, but so maybe that would be better.
Machines that
That's
make
right.
The whole world cry. He makes the machine that. Oh, sorry. I went Barry Manilow. You never go full Barry Manilow.
Right.
You just did.
Yeah, I know.
But
one of the only gay men that gets women's underwear thrown at him all the time.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
he does.
I'm almost a fan.
No, I know. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
He was he did the McDonald's jingle.
Did he?
Back. You deserve a break today. I think it's that one he did.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
you make the burgers that make the whole world dine. No, if he had, they filmed that one.
With that golden shine.
Yeah.
And when
I know that was bad. I'm sorry.
Actually, that was pretty good. I think that was pretty good.
But yeah,
when, McDonald's rejected that, then he just changed the words and made his song.
But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to a World War 11. That's going to be something. So yeah,
I'm a veteran. Okay, show us some respect here. I'm a veteran of World War 11.
How we got this far in our society is beyond me, man.
I can't wait to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 11 Secret of the Use.
That's right, man. It's gonna be the
but
best.
Everybody knows that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 111 is the best.
Oh gosh. But
Star Wars,
I think
episode 11 is the Attack of the Clone.
I've just got to realize that a lot of this stuff is not my fault, and it's Windows and it's thing. But it's just like I can fix it. No, I can't. Fuck.
Not when it comes to Windows, man. Windows is a pain in the ass. I know people say, "Well, go to Linux."
No, that'll be another pain in the ass.
Oh,
especially
don't
if
let
you don't know it.
Hear you. Don't let Lois back hear you.
It's always a pain in the ass. No. Phil, it's a Phil sighting. Hello, Phil, you knucklehead.
Hey, Phil.
Yeah, it's always Phil's fault, man. Always have to blame Phil.
It's not always Cash's fault.
Sometimes it is our faults, and everybody on this panel is. We will, we want to. It would be always easy to play the victim, but it's like, no, we fucked up. All right. And if we actually fucked up, then, we fucked up.
I've fucked up in real life. I've fucked up on stream.
That's right.
You did.
I can admit it.
So it's
Cash killed a man. Yeah. That's good.
With a trident.
Credit, yeah.
You better lay low for a while.
Hey, in other news, I guess Shannon Elizabeth's OnlyFans page is off to
yeah, I'm not surprised. She's like 50 something, and I mean, good for her, I guess. But that's another thing that society is basically. They think they're like, I have a kid. The only thing I can do is whore myself. It's like, are you proud of that? Yeah. Oh, great. Because I'm making money and I'm supporting my child. That's the only thing you can do for your child. Yes.
Okay. Remember, sex work is real work, but I'm not going to put it on my resume.
Then you got these politicians like defending this stuff too. It's honest work. It's honest work. Honest? Okay.
Yeah, like sure. Bill Clinton. Yeah, it's really honest. Yeah. Coming over here. I got a cigar.
I'll tell you what, it's honest work.
I was watching the lady.
I met Jennifer Flowers and I also met Monica.
I left the lady and she was. I had to take a picture of her cankles, where the ankle starts and the cankle begins. That's the fun. It's so stupid. I miss when Family Guy was like, you know what, fuck it. We're just gonna take so many shots.
I miss when comedy was like, okay, we're gonna make fun of this person, that person.
So then, what do you guys think about Spaceballs 2? Do you think that has a chance to say, you know what?
It has a chance, but
I know.
But I won't know until we actually see an actual trailer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Not just a teaser. I mean, obviously, you know,
footage.
There's still older people out there who are still funny, and there's still some comedians out there who are like, no, we're not going to put up with your crap, so shut up.
We hope.
Yeah. Right, Crit. Crit. But it's just that's the kind of humor we like here. Very good, Crit. Very good. Yeah. So no, it's just like it's one thing after another. It's like, oh, I'm so excited. I get to jailbreak this thing because, you know, after a while, these companies don't care about this stuff anymore. At least usually they don't. Mm-hmm. And
yes, catch me talking about the pirate life. Arr.
Yes. And it's just like, why is this stuff not working anymore? And you watch like 1,000 videos, it seems like, okay, this is the one that's going to tell me the answers. Fuck. Okay, this one. Fuck. This one. All right, this one will be
a work. Well, it's all Cash's fault.
Right. So, yeah, it's just but then I was like, I got my Lenovo Legion going. I'm like, okay, let's test a game. Let's install Space Marine 2 on there. Let's test it out. And I was like, oh shit, I actually got this thing to run pretty dang well on like medium settings, and it looks still pretty cool. All right. And then I go back into the thing and it's like, oh, you can't put in your PIN now. Well, what happened? Did I install another update where Windows told me to go fuck myself?
Yeah.
Is that what happened? Probably.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's been going on recently, is just like a lot of technology. And then when I fix something, it's like, yes. Like I fix my PlayStation Vita. I fix these things. And then it's like, okay, I got to fix this now. And right, Tim. So yeah, hopefully everything is fixed now. But then there was some bank stuff, and then the IRS is saying, "Oh, we don't have some information from you." And I'm like, "Well, you didn't need it before. Now you're telling me to do it." It's like, come on. So what they want, we've talked about this before. A lot of these people are like, we want everything to go digital. Okay, that's fine, but you've got to make it easier for people. Not everybody is tech savvy or want to be. And so you got to make things pretty user friendly instead of just going through some maze. Because a lot of people don't like that. Yeah.
Here I thought the IRS was going to come and grab
I know, man. I know.
Yeah. Live from behind Leavenworth, it's Cashmoney007.
Well, you never want to get yourself in trouble with the IRS, and thank goodness I never have. But it's just like they don't have some information now. It's not that I owe them money. It's just some dumb shit.
Cash is going full soft set. You heard that, right?
So there's just a lot of stuff going on right now, and I'm sure there's times where people feel like, can I just bury my head in the sand? But the problem is, you wake up or whatever, and you think things are going to be better, and they're about the same. And you're like, shit.
Yeah, and while you got your head in the sand, Don Lemon sneaks up behind you. And
Don Lemon tries to grope you. Yeah, that's a problem.
Oh, jeez, guys.
I know, right? That's terrible, Baron. See what you did.
Yeah, you followed through.
I did. No, that actually won't happen. Okay, I'll be honest with you. That would be no. We took that in the wrong direction, but it's
yeah. You both did.
We took that in the wrong direction. But what about you guys? Is your week going pretty well so far?
Yeah,
exactly.
So far.
It wasn't until about 10 minutes ago.
I killed it all.
I mean,
yeah.
Other than not sleeping well
I'm
last
sorry,
night,
yeah.
I still got things accomplished today. So,
yep, that's always.
You had Mike so worried he couldn't sleep last night.
Wow.
Me, I slept like a baby.
Oh,
well,
please.
I was happy to hear Regal is like, hey, you guys want to pay $50 for a movie ticket? No. What movie? There's no movie out there that's worse. What are you guys going to do? Give us lobster or something for $50? My gosh.
I want a full steak dinner.
Yeah, seriously. My gosh.
For that price.
Gosh, we're going to do that. Do we get 2 hot dogs, a soda, popcorn?
2 hot dogs? No. No.
You know,
yes, if you're paying if you're paying $50, you ask for the good stuff.
I'm thinking, what else is good? What do they sell at the vendors things? They've got the pizza, they got
popcorn,
the hot dogs,
pizza, nachos,
popcorn,
nachos.
nachos.
It's 2 nachos if it's Mike. You'll be happy.
2 nachos is fine. I like nachos too.
Nacho man.
$20 a month. Yeah, get a list, right?
Yeah.
AMC, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You have to get
it's still. I think Tuesdays are still $9 though. Crit. I haven't been to AMC in a while, but you know, they can't. They're gonna legitimately kill movie theaters for good if they keep going.
I think that's what they're trying to do.
And if that's what they want to do, they're just really stupid. You know, I think everybody out there who's in the chat right now feels like, can we just have the good options again? And we keep having people taking them away from us. I'm not a fan of that. Right? Seriously, Tim.
Cash wants options.
Good options.
Oh, we should have options.
I mean, everything is just lately, it's really just a domino effect. What Sony's been doing, and then the people are like, no, that's not exactly what Sony's doing. Okay, so what are they doing then, guys? You fanboys that love defending them for hours and hours and hours on everything. What are they doing? Is Sony doing better than Microsoft? No. Sony's being a little bit worse than Microsoft lately. If that's saying a lot. Saying a lot.
Poor Cash.
It's really something to watch a lot of stuff that
not going there.
The 3 of us grew up with that were just like considered great. Oh, you guys excited about a new game? Guys excited about this? Now it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Yay.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Can't wait to jump around in excitement. Yay.
Yay.
Really?
I'm
yeah,
excited.
right.
Yay.
A list, let's see. A list for $20, you get free movies, a month plus $5 reward. Pop is $9, so you only pay $4 for concessions unless you want to buy a popcorn. Okay.
Oh, that's at the Orca theaters run by
that's still not a deal.
Jeez, man, for $20 and Crit, what a lot of these movies aren't worth watching, and it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Yes, the newest Mario movie made a lot of money, but did it make over $1 billion yet? No. Maybe with Japan it will hit that mark, but $100 for water sports, right? Hundreds of dollars.
Yeah. I mean, it's already out in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Super Mario Galaxy, and
yep, just came out recently.
Yeah, it's still only for the worldwide total at 834 million.
Yeah. Avengers and Dune have a chance, but even then, I don't know. They might. We'll see.
Don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but dude, you gotta. If you're paying something for a month that includes AI, whatever it is, you've got to get a lot for your money. I mean, AI is expensive for a month. It's like it's gone up to about $40 a month. That's expensive, man. Sometimes $50 a month for AI to use all the features and all the stuff. That's a lot, man.
I'm not paying that much.
Then they're getting rid of these sites, and it's like, once again, who's going to archive this stuff?
Well, also, you have to be careful if you're going to be using AI in your videos on YouTube or any of your content.
Yeah. I read AI to AI recently. They said it's okay to use an AI image, but if it is an actual person, then you just need to let them know and click the box or whatever that it's people, different places, whatever.
I've done it for every episode of Pop Talk where we use the AI voices of Patrick Stewart, or even Ming, the Merciless.
I miss Ming.
But I think an AI image of a game or this and that, I think it's fine. If you're using an actual person, though, on the AI, then I think you have to let them know. But the description should be enough. This is an AI image. I mean, sure, people could lie, but...
Yeah, but even so, Cash, with the way YouTube is right now with that stuff, you have to be extremely careful now.
I think what it happens is after it's finished, then you need to go back and edit, I guess, and check, see if there's any boxes. But everybody's using these AI images, and even of real people, and they seem to be fine. So maybe they're checking the boxes. But it's been going on now for a few years.
Like I said, anytime we've used AI voices, even before the show starts, if I have an inkling that one of us is going to use it, I check that box.
Yep. So I guess even for like a game AI image and it's all AI, then it should be. I should check that box. Maybe, I don't know. It said it's okay, but from what I was reading the rules,
I don't know about that. I mean, I would think if your entire thumbnail is AI,
I think that's
maybe you can skirt it. I really don't know. I have to read up on it myself.
I think
on everything, not just the little bit I have read concerning images of real people. If you alter the image, you have to indicate that you've altered the image to make the person look like they're bawling, for example.
Yeah.
Oh, the clickbait stuff.
Yeah, right. That's what it is. I mean, a lot of people are using a lot of those kind of clickbait images, like this person has been fired. This is this is that. Yeah.
I mean, also, YouTube's going after creators who use AI, demonetizing the channels, terminating the channels altogether. Yet, I don't know about anyone else, and I'm not going to speak for anyone else. I'm just going to let you all know what I've seen. I've seen ads where you can tell that the advertiser has used AI.
Of course.
Oh, hell yeah.
Of course they have, and that's the problem with all this stuff. They don't want to be fair about these rules. So why they need to be fair about this stuff.
Well, the thing about it too is that the one ad that I see, it's that before and after. So they're using an AI before, and you can tell because the kind of mission to one as they're moving, but you have to be kind of paying attention to the advert. And it's like, you mean to tell me that, it was already bad enough that before afters were already sketchy, you snake oil salesman. Now you're doing it with AI.
Right.
So, I mean, if it's like, you're showing these adverts on your advertising, they should be held to the same standard.
Exactly.
They should.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen this advertisement for the last several days where this quote unquote inventor, by the way, the ad completely 100% looks like it's been generated by AI, has invented a new kind of lighter that is resistant to rain, so it won't go out with rain, it won't go out if there's wind. And it's like, why are you scamming people? Because that's what it looks like, a scam.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
action.
Things have gotten worse. I mean, you know, you get scam messages, and it's like, this is the last time. you need to click on this link. They're closing down this account. You have this many days left. The time is up. What is this, Terminator?
You have unpaid tolls. It's like, I don't even live anywhere close to a toll road.
Stupid, man. They just want you to always click on this stuff and put in stupid information, and it's like, no, I'm not going to do it. Anybody can get scammed about stuff anytime, any place, whatever. It's just you just have to always be as careful as you can. You could even lose your Steam account, but as long as you can prove to Val that this is your account, you're fine. Just try to be always careful. You just, for whatever reason. Some people have even gotten drunk and hit on the wrong stuff. That's not a smart thing to do. Don't do that. Just don't.
I mean, look at the accounts on X that have unfortunately been hacked because the link looks legitimate. That they received, they click on it, and then all their information as far as their account is concerned has been hijacked.
Well, and the thing is Yahoo and Google are complacent in this because what they'll do is they'll somehow get special sponsorship thing like they used to do in the old days. They quit for a while, now it's back. So their thing will be exactly the same as the legitimate one. They're above, though. They're the first one that you see. And if it wasn't for the fact if you didn't catch the actual address that's on the bottom there, they're like, wait a moment, that don't match. You wouldn't know it. But the thing is those are so small. Who would? I need help from so and so. So you go to that page and hello, this is George. Right. George is from Dallas. Please excuse my southern accent. I'm here to help you. You know.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's like you call these places, and it's nothing against them. They want to hire these people, fine. But I'm sorry to break it to people, but if you're on with customer service, and you're calling something that people should be able to, speak English, because a lot of Americans call this. So if you're calling PayPal, you're calling this. As long as these people can speak English, fine. And there shouldn't be like, oh, how dare you? Dare me what? These people should speak English. Just like truck drivers who are hired should speak English. I know, shocking.
I know.
This is common sense. Oh, well, we can't. No. Yes, we have to.
We have to have leering centers that actually teach you how to leer.
That's right. We need the leering.
Well, if I'm going to work in another country and I don't speak the language, I better learn the language fast.
Yes. Get pretty good at it.
Do some studying before you go there. That
Seriously. Wow, studying. Yes.
Road laws and signages. Like the traveler, the burlesque travelers that they always gave you. Or not, but you could get. Going to this country. This is a symbol for no fornicating in the street. This is a symbol for no.
Yeah, work on learning the language. You go to Japan, you go this, but it's not fair to Americans. And I don't care what people say. Oh, just suck it up. It's like, suck up what, man? If you call a customer service, they should be able to speak English good enough. They should be able to speak English. You can understand them. And the problem is also
let's face people, it, those of us who live in this country, there are those of us who can't speak.
No, they can't.
The language properly.
They can't.
I can't.
It's crazy, man. So we
don't
crazy. It's right. So yeah, I mean, as long as you can understand them, it's fine. But like if you call, say, Asus, for example, that's a Taiwanese company, and when you talk to them, they have very thick accents, so it's very hard to understand them on English. So as I would say, if you run into these problems, and I'm trying to let people know about this, go on their website. There's a lot of English on there. If you can't get help with that, go on a YouTube video. If you can't get help on that, try to do some trial and error. But when you do trial and error, do not go crazy with it. Don't just like, oh, I'm going to take this apart. The only time you should take other things apart of technology is if you have a duplicate of it because you want to test stuff. That's why Linux and other stuff, if you're used to Windows and you want to get on Linux, have another computer to test things. Nothing wrong with using things of Linux, but if you're used to Windows and you have been for years and years and years and years and more years.
He's trying to get into Low Spec's good graces after you said earlier.
Right.
I was going to say, what are you trying to do? Kiss up to Low Spec?
Yeah. He's around somewhere. No, Linux.
You'll help me with Linux.
you can run into any problems with that, and if you're not used to a new operating system, there's going to be issues. So.
Heck, you can be used to Windows, and
yes,
like I said earlier, an update could screw everything up.
Yep, one update screws it all up, and you think it's your fault, and it's not. It's the company's fault again.
Oh yeah,
which sucks. It really sucks because you think it's always your fault. It's like, why can't I do this? Why? Sometimes it is, but even when you're watching a video and you're going through the steps, go back 100 times. Like sometimes things just don't make sense. It's just the way people's brains work. It's like, I don't understand this C++, or I don't understand this. Then somebody online, like say, that's right, Tim. Somebody online will be like, okay, you all right, do it like this, and then it clicks, and it's like, now I get it. Okay.
See, I never blame myself, so I don't have that problem.
It's everybody else's fault. How could it be mine?
You got it.
They did it this way. Come on, man.
Yep. Never my fault.
Hey. So, yeah. This stuff is a pain in the ass. But once you get it, it feels so good. Never let anybody tell you that it's not rewarding when you fix something, because it is. It feels so fucking good.
I had times where I had to fix my riding lawnmower. It's like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Got it done, and I was satisfied.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah, even had a couple people say, you want some help? Nope, I got it.
Accidentally turned on, severed a limb. It's like, would you mind bringing that back over here? I need to slow that back on so I can finish working on this. That's how manly Mike is, by the way.
All right. Well, the pipe works, If Baron doesn't have his pipe in his mouth, then.
Just for you.
You know what? This might sound strange. I don't mind pipe smoke over cigarette smoke, even cigar smoke.
Because it's civilized.
Yeah.
Truly civilized.
I'm expecting you to do a whole show like that one day, Baron. Yes, welcome to Pop Talk. Yes. Well, we have a host who can't read worth shit, but he does it anyway.
Welcome to Pop Talk. I am your announcer here, Sir Baron. Of course, the show's host is Mike, and we'll be following through with pound money.
Boy, I thought it was euros.
Yeah. Oh no! See, England is still on the standard pound system. So we will, of course, make an account for that. He would never be such a barbaric as to be a euro. Being a euro is kind of a dirty, almost STD thing. All you need to do is ask most of the countries within the European Union. That's why we had something we called Brexit. So, with that, I'll now bring the show to our host, Sir Mike. Back to you, Mike.
Well, thank you. And gentlemen, it is almost 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we set sail and wrap the show up.
All right.
Oh, I like the reference, though. Oh, I like the reference.
But before we do you gentlemen have anything coming up?
Now that I've fixed a lot of stuff, I'm just getting back to working on some more stuff on the channel, and then we got to get back to Cranky Old Fans. What, in a few weeks, Baron, you say, right? We're gonna
we're ready.
Our first topic is going to be talking about at conventions. We're very rolling our eyes what's been happening the last few years, at least a few years. People like Dean Cain and stuff being rejected from GalaxyCon. It's like, okay,
just because of their political views. I mean, that's how bad it's gotten as a society, where you can't even debate somebody because of their political views. If they have different political views, it's like, you can't come to our party.
Right. Pretty much.
I just use that excuse on people I don't like. It's like, wait a moment, we're together, the same conservative movement pack. No, sorry. For your political reasons, we're not letting you here.
Right. Yeah.
It's stupid. It's stupid. We're adults. We should be able to converse and have discourse. If we agree on something, we agree on something. If we disagree on something, well, let's try to find the middle ground.
Yeah. We need to. And so, I mean, we can't even get certain people even to come on this panel. They wouldn't talk to us because they don't like the way we talk about certain things. And that's just the truth. That's not even some kind of gossip or anything. They're not going to come on because they don't want to hear other opinions that don't agree with them about movies, about anything.
I've noticed it when I've talked politics. Well, it's like I said on Sunday, I'm not burying my head in the sand.
Yeah. Baron, I think another good topic would be, and once we are established again with Cranky Old Fans, I guess we got to do the war room where we bring on more people. And but there has been some people who have told me I would love to be a guest on Cranky Old Fans. Spock was one of them. So
wow.
Yeah.
But you told me specifically it was a no Spock zone.
Yeah, sure. I said that.
No, right. I heard it was a no Mike zone because then he tried to turn it into pop talk. No,
just all you would do is talk about Transformers and He-Man.
Yeah, Transformers and He-Man. Nothing wrong with Transformers and He-Man, man.
I know.
Too many great years of greatness and great. Now He-Man is, look, maybe Michael liked the new He-Man movie. I'll be interested to see if he kind of likes it. So.
We'll see.
Yeah.
June 5th.
If he does come in here and say he likes it, it's like, who are you and what have you done with Mike?
He's been cloned. His clone went to the theater instead.
Hello, my name is Mike. I love this movie. I love this TV show. It is the greatest show I have ever seen.
He made a clone, so instead he's got the original.
It's a robot.
The original Mike, and then he's got Bitch Mike, so like Bitch Stewie. So he sends Bitch Mike to go to these films, and then gets a report back from Bitch Mike.
Like,
this movie was good, Mike. Okay, so know this movie.
Then I look at it and I go, seriously, dude? What's wrong with you?
I'm glad.
I really like this movie. It really brought back Now I said more money. Come on, more. Yeah. It brought back the spirit of the original film. No, we agreed for more money. Don't you?
Right.
I'll stop right now.
That's right.
Just keep putting the money. That brings back the spirit of the filmation.
And I know not you, but we've had some people as soon as I open my mouth and talk politics,
I can't take it. Well, it's true. No, it's like the melting. I'm melting. Yeah.
But before we do get out of here, of course, I do want to thank Lady Mist. Thank you, Lady Mist, very much for always taking time out of your night. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Taking time out of your night or even your afternoon to join us, listen to us, roll your eyes and go, what is wrong with these guys?
Want a list?
Were you guys dropped on your head one too many times as kids? Maybe. Or maybe I was on my bike and I hit my head one too many times.
I had her out of a Volkswagen Beetle for me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Seriously?
Yeah, I was wanting to get out of the car too fast. So, from the backseat of the Volkswagen out the door and onto the concrete. Bing! Haven't been the same since.
Obviously. But I also want to thank the Paddle Wannabe. Thank you, brother. I also want to thank Jet Sparks, The Lone Suffering, DJ Ronnie G and his turtles, the richest kaiju I know, Godzilla there. Of course, Cash. Hey guys, I'm here. Crit.
Hey, I thought that was more upbeat when I said that. Come on, man.
Phil. Of course, Tim. Thank you, Tim. And to anyone who might have been listening or lurking, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please be sure to repost on YouTube and Rumble. Share it out on social media. Hit that like button. Leave a comment if you're catching this on the replay. And just to let everybody know what's coming up tomorrow, I will be playing Black Myth Wukong tomorrow. I'll be starting in Chapter 5 tomorrow after beating a couple bosses off stream, because that's the kind of game where I can't do everything on stream. I have to do certain things off stream, especially when it comes to running around looking for areas and trying to do upgrades. Nobody wants to see any of that. But Black Myth Wukong tomorrow.
Do it,
and
man.
then
Go do it. You can talk about the intricacies and whatever.
And then nothing Saturday, but Sunday, brother. All the Pacific414 maniacs, dude, are invited to join us, dude, over in Cosme and during the live stream, brother, because we're going to be watching the first 2 episodes of the Hulk Hogan Real American documentary, dude. And
but yeah,
I am looking forward to that.
But yeah, Mike, you could talk about the how you're doing your builds and stuff. People, you'd be surprised. There are people out there who are interested in that. So
maybe, but I just don't know if I could put it together right.
Oh, okay, all right, that's fair.
And that's more of a me thing. I don't know if I could put it together to where I would be satisfied with it before I uploaded it. Because I've thought about, doing videos on different topics, and my one thing holding me back is it going to be good enough after all is said and done? Am I going to be happy with it, or am I still going to find things that I'm unsatisfied with? I'm my own worst critic. But yes, Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern, we'll be watching episodes 1 and 2 of the Hulk Hogan Real American documentary, and then we'll follow that up on
next Wednesday's show with episodes 3 and 4 of that documentary. For next week, of course. For next week, there will be games. One of them, is it as bad as I remember, or is it just my mind playing tricks on me? I'll be playing Transformers Rise of the Dark Spark.
Good.
And that'll be Tuesday. Maybe more Black Myth Wukong next week. Maybe more Mouse PI for hire. I haven't quite made up my mind as far as what the other games are going to be, but when I do, you all know. I don't know if I'm going to release a schedule for next week or not. I didn't release one for this week, but just look on the Rumble channel, look on the YouTube channel when you see something scheduled, and you'll know what I'm up to. But until next time, everybody, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's show, and until next time, remember two things here on Pacific414. I'm not just a baseball guy, I'm an all-around guy, and when I play a game, don't ever give up on me playing that game, because just when you do, you might miss something. Take care, all.
Things?
Hmm?
Isn't that 11 things?
Oh, boy.
Autobots, transform and roll out!